Getting set up to take pictures for eBay and Poshmark, and I'm like, okay, that doesn't look so bad. But this would look too busy, right? Right? Yeah. So today I'm going to show you how I get clothes ready to sell them on places like Poshmark and eBay. First, I like to try to find a good space with good lighting, natural lighting preferred, and set up a work area. Usually this will consist of a mannequin where I put my clothes on, sometimes a light ring if I need a little bit of an extra light source, and of course, a place to set up my camera stand and camera. When I do this, I usually do this in video mode, so that way I can record a 360 view of the garment, which you can actually upload to places like Poshmark, and a lot of buyers find helpful. And you can also take pictures as well, so you get your stills and your 360 video all in one shot. It's really about trying to work smarter and not harder. I always make sure too that I take pictures of the tags, because that is going to be really helpful for your buyer and for you to remember when you go back to list the item. I try to make sure that my garments are as neat as possible when I'm doing this listing process, so everything has already been cleaned and washed, and I try to make sure that they're not super wrinkly, but sometimes it just happens. And with items like sportswear and sweatshirts, I really don't worry too much about it. I used to go over a lot of my items with a garment steamer, and I may still go back and do that on the second pass for some of these items. But one of the things that I do that is the most helpful is making sure that I have a series of tote bins available to keep my items organized in whatever organizational system I'm using. So for today, since I'm just doing a quick run through, I have my tote that is full of clothes to be sorted and photographed, and then I fold them up neatly and put them in a separate tote where they become itemized with a list on the front, so I know what went where. Eventually, I do go back and separate them by category as listed on Poshmark, but sometimes just for time-saving purposes, I have to keep them all together like this by the date that I listed the items, and you may find that that works better for you as far as keeping your inventory fresh when you keep things organized by listing date. But as your Poshmark inventory gets bigger, you may find that to be a little confusing when it comes to finding your sale items. It's all so personal, so make sure that you find what works for you and stick to your system. With listing items and taking pictures of them, I still find that a lot of pants and shorts items just do better with laying flat on the ground, but everything else just looks so much nicer when you do have it put on a mannequin. So that's why I pretty much keep my tops, dresses, and accessories photographed and listed this way. And again, while you don't necessarily have to list a video with your items, I do find that giving buyers a 360 view of the item they're purchasing is extremely helpful. This entire session to photograph and document items took me about an hour to an hour and a half and was well worth it. So once I'm done, it's time to go list all of the items and pack away everything that I just photographed until it's time for its sale to be packaged and shipped. Happy poshing, and thanks for watching.